Here in my VS Code, and I've created image background folder and open it in my Visual Studio. Now let's create a folder bg backend, and here I will create one file in this folder called server.js. After that, open this folder in terminal. Let's navigate to bg background folder. Here type, let's initialize our backend, npm init, package name bg background, version, enter for everything, and type y for s. After that, as you see, our package.json is installed. Now let's install some packages for the backend required. Packages that are required. Let's install some packages that are required for our background, for our backend. Other packages we are going to install are npm install express. We will use express here, axios, and codes. Along with that, we will use bcrypt js, and we want .env as well for environment variable file, form data, and JSON web token. Along with that, we'll use mongoose. Mongoose will use multer for file storage, and nodemon, and we will use path. These are the packages required for our backend. Let's install these packages. Our 22 dependency packages has been installed. Now let's structure our backend. We want config and controllers, along with that we will use middleware as well. And routes. And we will create one file inside this folder, env file, environment variable file, and close this one. Now let's set up our server. Come for server. Here let's import express from express, and let's import course as well. Course package dependency and .env. And we will use, and let's configure the .env.config and create app, use express, and create a port. You can create a port process.env.port, or if it is not there, we will use 3000. Let's come for .env. Here create port equals 4000. Let's come for server.js. Here if there is no 4000 port, it will use 3000 port, and we will use the app dot use costs. After that we will use express.json, express.json, and we will listen to our app port, create one arrow function. In this we will console server is running on our port with port number. Let's run our server. For that one we should install one dependency called node.js. We will not restart the server. For that one, let's install npm install node.js, node.js. After that, as you see, node.js has been installed successfully. Close this one. Let's run the backend. Node.js, where our starting point is server.js. Click enter. It is giving the import express error. Come for package.json. Here change the type. Type will be module from common.js. Once it is done, as you see, our server is running on the port 4000. Close this one. Create one endpoint here so that we can check. App.get. Create one function where we will send one response don't send. We just type hello world. App.get. Our server is running a port number. Let's see in our browser. Let's open the browser. Here I am in my Chrome browser. Let's go for that one. Localhost 4000 and click enter. As you see, our server is up and we are listening to our server, and we made a GET request where we are getting hello world. Close this one. We will use Postman to check everything. Let's delete this one also, don't need. After that one, let's come for config. Before config, let's create our database in Mongo Atlas. For that one, come for browser. Here go for Mongoose Cloud Atlas register and click enter. And it will navigate to this page. Here if you create an account, if you don't have an account, I have an account, I will just sign in. Here I will sign in with the help of my Google accounts. And here in this we will create one new project. Click on this new project. Here I will give project name, image, background, remove, and click on next and give the permissions. I will click on create project. Here click on create a cluster. Just click on this create button. Here you should choose a free version and choose anything. The provider, you can choose provider. Here I will choose Google Cloud and I will just create my deployment. Once it start, just copy this code, copy, and come for the server here, paste it and comment it out, and again come for the browser and just type create, just click on the button create database user. Here just choose a connection method. Drivers, you are using Mongoose, click on Mongoose and click on done. It will take some time to create our cluster. My cluster is created successfully, and here just come for the network access. In network access, just click on the add IP address button, and here just click allow access from anywhere and click confirm. After the status become active, just delete this IP address, delete, and come for our overview, and just we want to get our connection string. For that we will just click on this cut connection string button. Here we will copy this one and click on done, and come for VS Code, and in your config we will create one file called MongoDB.js. We will create one JS file for to connect our database, and here just import mongoose from mongoose package, and here create one constant called connect database, where this will be a async arrow function, and here we will use a try catch block. In try block you mongoose dot connection, when it is on you will just type connected here, connected, and we will create another arrow function here, where we will give one console as database connected. After that we will console any error. If there is any error during our try block, just console our error, and we will export ConnectDB as a default, ConnectDB. And before anything do, let's connect to our connection string. For that one we will await mongoose dot connect. In our try block we will create this one, where we will get our string. Just come for our .env, here create MongoDB URI and paste our connection string, and just remove this one till our .NET. We don't want this one at all, just make it a string. And come for our server, just copy this password from here, cut it from server and come for MongoDB, not .env, not for MongoDB, come for .env. Here in DB password, just paste that password and copy this variable name, close this one. Here just give process.env and paste it, and here give our project name. I will give bg any name, any project name. I will give bg removal. Now let's call this MongoDB in our server. For that one let's import our ConnectDB, import ConnectDB from our config MongoDB.js, and we will call that function we'll just call connect db and save it. Once everything is fine, we will just get to see our console like server is running on port 4000 and database is connected. My server is connected successfully. I'll just close this one. Now let's come for our models. Now let's create another folder called models, and here in this model we will create one model called user model.js, and here we create our user model here. Let's create our user model. Let's import mongoose from mongoose. After that we will create one constant user schema. User schema, we will create our new database with new mongoose dot schema. Let's create our collection here. We want username where the type will be string, and required, yes, it will be true. We want email as well. For that one, just create email, put comma, email, and we will create the type will be string, and this one also required true, and this will be unique, and this will be true, and just put comma here. After that one, we will create a password where the type will be string, and daemon password is required, and this will be true. We want timestamps. We will just give timestamps to. We will get created date and time. When it is updated, we will get the updated date and time as well. After that, let's create one constant called user, where first it will search in mongoose.models with the name user. If it is not there, if it is not there, it will create one model for us, model with the name user, and it will use our user schema to create the model, and we will export this one as default user. We will export the user as default from our user model. Our model is done. Let's come for our controllers and create a new file called user controller, so that we will write all our logic here. User controller.js. Now let's start to write our logic here. We will import user model from our models, user model.js, and we also want bcrypt from our bcrypt package, and we will also import jwt from our JSON web token, and here we will create one function to register our user. We will just create constant register, where this will be a async arrow function, where we will get a request and response, and we will use a try catch block. In catch block, we will catch the error if there is any error in our try block. Now in catch block, just get one console error, and along with that we will send one status response. We will send one response status where status will be 400 with JSON, like message will send a message, and here success will become false, a message will be internal server error. And in our try block, we will create one constant with username, email and password which is coming from our request.body from frontend, and we will check if no username or email or password, no username or no email, or if there is no password, we will send on response with the status code 400, and we will just give to fill all the blanks. If any of these fields are empty, we will return this status with a message. And if we will check if there is any exist user or not, we will just create one constant here where it will be like const existing user, and we will use await. In our user model, we will find it by like just give find, we will find one method to search for that existing user if he is there or not, and we will provide email to search. If there is a existing user, if there is already existing user, we will return one response where we will send on status 400 with a JSON where the success will be false, and message will be user already exist. After that, if nothing is there, we should hash our password, encrypt our password. For that one, just use constant salt, SALT salt, where we will await, and we will use bcrypt package, where in bcrypt package we will just generate the salt with the round of 10 rounds, where the our password will be encrypted by 10 rounds. The more you give, the more secure will be password, but it will take some time, like 10 is the ideal. And here we'll create one constant called hashed password, where in this we will use bcrypt.hash, and we will provide the password which is coming from a request.body, and we will provide the salt. And we'll create one constant to save our new user, where we will use new keyword to save our user in our database. And here we will give that database a username along with email, and in password we will use hashed password, so the password will be saved in hash format. After that, we will await, and we will save the new user, and we will save our new user in our database. After that, after using the password, we don't want to send our password to our frontend. For that one, we will do like this, like new user dot password, where it will be undefined, so the password will be undefined when going to frontend. And we don't want to send our user our password to a frontend, and we will create a token here, where we will use token, constant token, where we will use jwt.sign method to generate our token. Here we will provide id, new user dot underscore id, and also we will provide a email, new user email, new user dot email. And before that, let's come for our .env. Here create a jwt secret key, jwt secret cret, create any string here, anything you want, and just copy this one. Come for user controller. Here we will give the secret key to generate a token. For that one, we will use process dot env dot just paste our secret key, and this should be the token will be expires in 70, which is equal to 7 days. Just get this one. We don't want to save before the token is generated. When the token is generated successfully, we will save the new user and password will become undefined after that. Once it is done, we will just send one cookie as a response where the name will be called token, and we will provide the token for this one here, where http only will become false, true when it is in production. As we are running this in our local system, we will use this one as false, and secure will also be false. Secure false. Along with that, we will use this as same side. We will use none when it is in production mode. When it is in localhost, we will use lax, which is understood by browser. After that, the max age will be like 7 days of this cookie as well. For that one, where 7 days into 24 into 60 minutes 60 seconds into 1000 into 1000, where this one equals to, just I will comment it out, 7 days. After that, we will send the response as well. Just send the response dot status, it is 200 or 201, and JSON, where success will become true, a message will be called user register successful, and along with that we will send new user and a token with our response. And now in last, we will just export this one, register user, export register user. Our register functionality has been done for user registration. Just come for our routes here, create one route called user route.js. In our user route, let's import our routes. Let's create our routes. For that one, we will just import Express from my Express package, and we will import register from user controller. After that, we will create a route. For that one, just create one constant user router, where we will use express dot router method, and we will export this one, export user router as default, just as default user router. Once it is done, just come for our server.js. Here, create a middleware like app.use. This one is will go for API users, where we will go for this app and hit user router, which is imported from my route user route.js. And in our server.js, we created API users user route, and in our user route, let's create our route. For that one, just type user router this one will be a post method where it will hit register endpoint, and we will import register from user controller. Let's close all this. This one is our login API is done, and we will create register API is done, and we will create login API. For that one, just create one constant login, where this one will be a sync arrow function as well, where we will get REST request and a response, and we will use try catch block here. In catch block, just come for our register, just copy this one and paste it in our login catch and try. We will get constant email and password. You will get email and password from our requested body from frontend, and if there is no email or password, we will send one return status where it will tell please fill all the fields. After that, if everything fine, we will just search for existing user. Just give existing user, where we will use user model for that one, and we will use find one method with email. If there is no user, like there is no existing user, we will send one return response where it will be successfully false and the message will be user does not exist. After that, we will match the password. Just for that one, just create one constant is match, where we will use await. We will use bcrypt for this one with compare function by giving it a password from our body, and we are giving the password for of existing user password, which is the user coming from our front end, and saving it here. After that, we will check if there is no match. If there is no match, we will return a response with a status code for 400 and success will be false, and message will be invalid credentials. After, if it is match, we will create one token for this one. For that one, just come for our register, just copy this one, copy the token line and just paste it here. And here with our new user, we will just make it existing user. In email also we will use existing user, and we will provide secret, JWT secret, which expires in 7 days. After that, we don't want to send the password in for front end. For that one, we will use existing user dot password, where it is undefined. We'll make this undefined before giving it to front end or responding to front end. After that, we will send one cookie. Just come up to our register, copy this one and paste it, where the token is valid till 7 days. After that, we will send one status, success status, response dot status, where this will be 200, response dot status 200 with the JSON, where success will be false and message will be user logged in successful. and we will send the existing user data with a token for our front end. And our login functionality is done, and we will create a login here. We will export this one, login, and come for our user route. Here create one route, user router dot, this will be a post method, login, and we will call login from controllers, user control.js. Our API for register and login APIs are completed. Let's test this in our Postman Thunderbolt. Here I am testing it in Thunderbolt in VS Code itself. I just click on this Thunderbolt client. I will just make a new request, and this one is a post method. I select post, HTTP localhost, just rename it to 4000, and here we will go for API, users, and register. In our body we will send a JSON here where we will want to send username, just name it Jack, and along with this we want to send email as well, where we will just name it Jack at gmail.com. After that we will send a password as well. This will be just a number, small password, and when I click on send, yeah, now it is successful. We got success true message, a user data, and a token as well. Let's close this one. Before closing this one, let's test our login also here. Login, just remove our username from here and click on send. Once it is done, user is login successful, but your success we are getting first. Let's check our user controller login. Here change this one to true, yeah, and again click on send. Yeah, now success has become true message, user already successful with a new user ID check, which is our existing user, and a token as well. With this our API is completed, register and login API. Just close this one. Let's now create API for our image removal, background image removal API. Just close all this, all this, and in our just come for our controller, create one controller called image controller.js. Before creating or anything, here let's come for our browser. Here we will just come for our this clip drop, first one clip drop, just come for visit this website. As you see here, we instruct and remove background, this one, replace background, everything. Just create an account. I already created my account, and if I go for my account, I already have my account, and if I click on my API and just click on anything of here, we are working on background removal, just click on this one, and this is the website, JavaScript. This is our JavaScript API, which we want to hit this URL to remove background. Here I will go for my account. As you see, by starting there will be given 100 credits. I have already have remaining, I have 81 credits. If I click on reveal API key, this is my API key. You can create your account and you will get your API key also. Now let's close this one. Come for our VS Code. In our image controller, let's import some packages. Import Axios from Axios. And we will import file system here, which is inbuilt in Node.js. We just import fs from fs, and also we want to import form data. From form data package, where we want to send our request in the form of form data to our API. That's why we're using form data. After that, we will create one constant we will create one constant called constant remove bg image. After that, we will create one async arrow function where we will give request and response, and here we will give try catch block. In catch block, just come for our user controller, copy this from catch block and paste it here, and in our try block we will get a user ID from request.user, which is coming from our middleware. We will create middleware shortly, and we will create one constant for user to check whether the user is present or not. Before this one, we will import our user. Import user from models, from small u to big U. Yeah. After that one, we will check if there is no user, we will return one response with the status for 400, where the success will be false and message will be like user not found. If everything fine, we will create one constant here where we want to save image path, where we will get this from our request.file.path method, so that we will get a path of the image path, file.path. And here we will get a image file as a file, so that path will be converted to file. Image, will name this constant variable as image file, where we will use fs dot create restring, where we will provide the image path here. And after that, we will create a form data, new form data. So the ClipDrop API only accepts the form data here. So let's create one form data here. Form data, create new form data, and for this form data we will append our image file. So we will give this file name, and it is like we will provide image file also. We will append to this. After that, we will send a request where constant will be data, which is coming from our ClipDrop API response. Await Axios.post method. We are sending the form data for HTTP for this URL. HTTPS ClipDrop API .co. Here we will go for this remove bg, remove background, with version 1. We are hitting this API and we will send this form data, and here we will send our API which is given by clipprop for our headers. We will send this as X API key. Here I already have my API key here, which is in .env file. Just copy this one and come for image controller and process.env dot paste. After that headers, we will get the response type as buffer. In the response type will be in buffer format, array buffer. After that, we should convert this to our base64 image. For that one, just create a constant called base64 image, where we will use buffer method, buffer dot from the data which is converted to binary, and it will convert to string. In string we will provide base64, so that this will be converted to string in the form of base64. After that, we will save the result of the image of that image. For that one, just create constant result image. Here use backticks, where we will give data, hit this data, and here we will check the meme type, where we will get this one as from request.file, where it will check meme type like png, jpeg, like that it will check. After that, we will provide our base64 and we will provide our base64 image. Once it is done, we will send a response.json, where success will be false or success will be true, and we will send a result image also to a front end, and a message where it will be image background removed successfully. Message will be like this. Our remove bg images API is done, and we will create a middleware to get our request.user. We will get this user ID from our token with the help of middleware, and we will create a middleware for our to upload the image also. For that one, just come for middleware, here I have created auth.js and multi.js file, two files. Just come for our auth.js. Let's close this everything. In our auth.js, let's import our JSON web token. Import JWT from our JSON web token, and we will create a constant called auth, where this will be a async arrow function, where we will get a request, a response, and next, and we will check for token constant. We will save the token which is coming from our headers, from frontend request dot header, where this one is named as authorization, and we will replace this with barrier with empty, so it will be token will be replaced with any special characters. Header. After that, we will check if there is a token. If no token, we will send a status called let's change it to unauthorized. Message will be unauthorized, and we will use a try catch block. In catch block, we will send one response dot status, where this will be a 401, and we will send error called please authenticate, and here we will decode constant decoded with the help of JSON token verify method. In this verify method, we will provide our token and a secret key process.env.jwt secret. Once it is done, once the decoded is done, save that user id to our request.user, where this request.user is equal to, let's restructure this one, decoded.id. After that everything is fine, we will give next, so that it will hit the API if you have valid JWT token. And let's export this one, export as a default auth. After this one, let's come for a multer.js middleware. Here we will create a multer disk storage, where we will import multer from multer package, and we will create a constant called constant storage, where this will use multers disk storage method, and we will give the file name. We are not saving the we are not saving this file in any of our disk, so that we are just giving the file name, not a destination. In file name we will provide one function or create a arrow function here, where in this function we will get request, a file, and a callback. In callback there are other two parameters it will take, where the first parameter will be null and other will be the file name. For that one, create backticks, where so the file name should be unique. For that one, date.now, where we will get every seconds, and we will provide file.original name of the file. After that, we want to upload the file. For that one, create one constant called upload, where this will use multer storage, where it will use multer storage, which is created above. After that one, we will export our default as upload from this middleware. Now close this one, close this auth also. Our API middleware has been done. Even our image controller has been completed. API is completed. Now come for user controller. Come for routes. Create one file called image route. For images only, image route.js. Here let's import Express from Express package. Here we want to import our middleware also, so that import, I am not getting middleware, just open middlewares, two middlewares, and come for our image. Here we want upload from our middleware.upload.js, not upload, here it is multer.js from a middleware, and we want import auth from auth.js middleware, and we will create a constant called constant image router, where it will use express router method, and we will export this one as default, export default image router, and here we will create an endpoint for image router. For that one, image router dot, this will be a post request, where we will hit remove bg, where in this middleware we should upload the file. For that one, I will use upload dot single with a name image to our upload middleware, where it will take one file, and we will check for the auth also for JWT token, and then only we will go for this remove bg controller, remove bg image, which is coming from controllers image controller. Our endpoint is done. Let's come for our server.js. Here create another middleware called app.use, where the name will be API, images, and this is image router. Let's test this API. Let's come for our postman. Here we are making a post request where we will hit http localhost API images, and we were hitting remove bg endpoint. In authorization, we'll use period token for our user ID. For this one, let's log in first. Hit another post method for our login with localhost and body raw JSON. Provide username, not email. That will be jake@gmail.com. Password will be 45 and click on send. Once it is done, just copy this token from this response, copy it, come for this post ID in token, just paste it, and in body we'll use form data where the key name will be image, and in text we will choose file. Here I will just upload a new file from our local machine. Here I will just upload this file and click on upload, open, and I will send a request. And yeah, success is true, and we got a result here. As an base 64. Let's check this image. Just copy this whole thing and come for the browser. Here just go for base 64 to image. Searching Google and just take anything, like I'm going for base 64.guru. Click on this one, paste it. Here just remove this colons, and here also remove this base 64 image, this one data, and click on decode base 64 to image. Let me remove this one also and click on decode. Once it is done, as you see our decoded image, the background has been removed from our image. By this, just now for VS Code, our API is working fine, and by this we have completed our background. We have completed our backend with authentication, image background APIs, and middlewares, routes, everything. Now let's start with our front end. For that one, let's install the Vite. Just create npm create Vite.latest. We'll give the file name, project name here, background remove front end, and click enter. It is asking for package name. Just enter. We will use React for our front end with JavaScript, and I will change directory to the front end cdbgf, and we will install the packages, required packages. It will take some time to install. Once it is installed, just click on the front end, everything is installed. Let's see by running this project npm run dev, and follow this link. As you see, our Vite has been installed successfully in React. And let's come for VS Code again. Here just stop this project, bring this down. In source we don't want this one. App, we don't want app.css as well. In app.css, delete everything and create a boilerplate. And in index.css we will use tailwind. empty this one as well in main. There's no need of change. Now let's install the Tailwind CSS. Just come for the browser. Here go for tailwindcss.com. In quick search, just search for Wheat and click on enter. As you come here, our first step is done. We have created the project, and in the second, just copy this second step. Come for our VS Code. In your front end, just paste it. Let the Tailwind CSS install. And we got our config file and post.css as well. And now come for browser again. Here just copy this Tailwind config file, copy it, come for VS Code, and in config just remove everything and paste this one and save it. And again come for browser. Here we have to copy this one and paste it to our source index.css. Come for VS Code, index.css, paste it and close this. Now let's test our Tailwind. Here just I will give class name text to red 500. Now let's run the project again. npm run dev. Browser here, as you see our Tailwind is successfully installed. As you see our Tailwind is applying successfully as the text of the color is changed. Now let's come for our VS Code. Let's delete this one. We don't want this one. Let's structures our file, our source file. In source we want components. Create a folder called components, and we want context as well, and we want pages. This one. In our components, let's create some files which is required for this project. Here we want big slide.js, jsx. Just create a boilerplate. And another file we want is footer. Another component, sorry, not file. Component file is footer. And another component we want is header as well. Along with that, we want navbar component. And we want steps component and testimonials components, testimonial.jsx, and we will want upload.jsx as well. Just create a boilerplate for every file. RIFCE, RIFC, and now last RIFCE along with that RIFCE for footer. Let's just close this one. Our components, require components for files we want are done. Now let's come for our context. Here in context we will use app context text.jsx. Here also create one boilerplate for app context. No, don't create anything for here. This is different. Just create an empty file. And in pages, let's create home.jsx for home.jsx page. Along with that, login.jsx page. Just rename this one, or is it not be recognized? Just make real caps. And register page. And we will create result page as well. Let's create a boilerplate here for result, for register, for login, and for home page. Just close everything. Now let's install some packages which are required to a front end. We'll just create one file here. Another terminal, I will just open another terminal. Let's cd bg front end. The dependencies we want for this one are Let's install the dependencies. npm install we want axios, js cookie, react, sorry, not react router DOM, react router DOM, and react toastify. Along with that, we want react icons. And click on enter. My package has been installed. Then let's check this dependencies on my package.json. Yeah, our packages has been installed. Close this one, just bring it down. Let's set up our router. For that one, just come for our main.jsx. In our main.jsx, just wrap our app in our browser router, which is coming from React router DOM. For that one, let's import browser router from React router DOM. In this remove the strict port and wrap with browser router. Remove this one also. Our browser router is done. Now just come for our app.jsx. Here, let's import routes. Along with that route from our React router DOM package, and along with that we will import toastify also. Import toast container from React toastify, and we will import the CSS also. Import React toastify CSS from React with distinct folder. Here we will import React toastify.css. Import the CSS of toast also, and along with that we will create some routes here. Just remove this div and create one div. Just style this div as class name. This one is a container. Mx auto, so that everything will be in the middle. Div, we will provide class name for this one, where it should take width full and height also full. And here we will call the toast container. After that we will call navbar. I'm not getting the suggestion, just open the navbar once. Components, navbar, come for app, navbar from components, and we'll create a routes here. Routes, inside the routes we'll create a route where if the path is forward slash, we will call the element, we'll call this home component. Let's open the home page. Come for this one, home from pages. When the route is path login, when the route is login, we will send this, we will display this page, login page. Login. Just change the name from the small to caps. Yeah, now it will rectify. Yeah, login from pages. When route is at register, path register, element will show register page. Register from pages, and after that, to see the result, we will show result page. Route, close this one. Path, when the path is result, we will navigate it to this page. Result from pages. Our routes has been completed here. Let's close everything. And let's start our components. Let's create our components first. Before components, let's create our context. Let's come for our app context. Here, create the context. Here, just create one constant export one variable called app context, where we will use create context method from React. After that, we will create app context provider function, constant app context provider name, one arrow function, where we will create one return here. In this app context provider, the return will be app context dot provider dot provider. Close this one, and here we will provide children, and we will create inside the app context provider, we will create a constant called value, value, and in app context provider we will provide value props value. Our app context provider is completed. Our context is let's wrap our after the value. After we will send this as a props to our app context provider. After that, we will export our as default our app context provider. Once it is done, just come for our main.jsx. Here just import app context provider from our context. Here wrap the app context provider, wrap the app to our app context provider. Close this main. In our app context provider, we will create one backend here, backend URL, and we will provide backend URL here, localhost minus 4000, and in our value we will send this backend URL. In our context provider, we will restructure our children. I will provide like here I will not create handler register and handler login functionality. That part will be given to you guys. You should create the login and the register functionality, so that it should hit our backend login and register functionality. Change this HTTP to local. Yeah, I am getting underline. I will not create this one constant handler register handler register functionality and constant handle login. With these two functions, you should make user to log in and log out with the help of these two functions by creating the login and register page as well for the users to log in and login and to register. I will just send it here, handle register, and I will send handle login. These two functionality will be done by you guys. You should let's close this. These two should be done. These two handle register and handle login should be done by you guys. Even the login page and register page should be done by you guys, so that whenever the user click will be click on the submit button. For example, when the user go for login page and he or she enters the username and password and click on submit, you should hit the our app context handle login, and this functionality should hit our backend, so that it will check our database whether the user is exist or the JWT token is there or not. It is done by you guys, this login and this register functionality. So let's start with our components. We will just start with our header. Start with our navbar itself. Just come for navbar.jsx. Here let's create our navbar. Just I don't want this one. In our return, delete this one, And in this div, let's style this div where this should be flex and justify should be between, item should be at center, and padding from all four sides will be 4, and text will be white. Before this one, let's come for our index.css. Let's index.css. Here we will give some custom styles here where my body should be, my whole body background color should be this color 09162E. Let's open our browser. Yeah, home is coming, background color is changed. Close this one. Now just come for our VS Code. Close this one. In our navbar, let's try this navbar now. Start with navbar. After this div, we want image. Let me import all my assets and images here. I have copied all the assets which are required for this project, and in navbar, let me import my logo. Import logo from assets. Here I have logo Christmas.png. Let's I imported my logo. Here I will create one image. Your source will be logo. Any alternate name I will give when there is no image will be called logo. And let's try this one. Class name will be, when it is above large screen, the width will become 52, and in normal width will be 36, and the cursor will be pointer. And we will import, we should navigate when click on this image, or we should navigate to our home page. For that one, we use navigate constant, which is coming from React Router DOM. We use navigate, which will be coming from our React Router DOM. Let's import use navigate from React Router DOM. Navigate, yeah. When, let's click here, when user click on this, I will use on click. When user click on this button, you should navigate to / which is our home. Let's try, yeah, image. And here after that image, you will create one div. Here where I will style this div class name flex, so that item should be at center. And here I will provide a button. Where the button will be named as login. Check, like here I am just providing a login button. After you guys creating this app context, you should store the token in your use state, and you should make available for all the components. Whenever there is a token, the button should be show logout. When there is no token, the button should be show login. That is that I leave for your guys. With the help of app context, you can toggle between login and logout buttons. Let's style this button. Class name where the border will be white. We will give padding 3 as well, padding X, and padding Y will be 1, and text will be large, and rounded will be medium, border will be rounded medium with the background gray. Let's make it 900, and font will be semi-bold. Whenever the hover, let's make the background color gray 700. Let's come for our browser. Yeah, our login navbar is completed. Whenever hover, it is changing the background color. Now let's come for our VS Code again. Our navbar is completed. Just I will close this navbar, and after that we will go for headers. Let's style this header part. I don't want this. in our header. Remove this one. In this div, just type this div where the class name will be flex. Items will be at center. Justify between them max, small. When it is small, the flex will be in column reverse, and there should be a gap between the items. Gap by 10, padding x will be 4, margin bottom will be 14, margin top will be 10. When it is large and depo screens, padding x will be 44, and in small, margin top will be 20. Small screens and above, margin top from margin top will be 20 of this div. Now let's create a left side. For that one, I will just make it left side and comment this out. Create one div. Inside the left div, we will create one heading. Here the heading will be called remove the background images for free. Remove the background. We'll just remove the background from images for free. Let's come for our, before coming, let's come for our home. Come for our home.js. Here we will call our header in this div. Header, this header, not headers. Header which is coming from our components. And close this. Come for our browser. Yeah, we are getting this one. Let's try this one as well. Come for our VS Code again. Let's style this h1 class name where the text will be size of 4XL. Text 4XL. When it is above large screens, extra large screens, text will become to 5XL. 5XL and font will be bold, text will be white, the heading which is line height will be tight. Between the remove the, I will just give a break line here. I will just use break line with the help of bear tag, and I will design this one where the max width, where the max medium screen or max x, it will be hidden. Bear line will be not shown. After that, I will just bring this background from images in span tag. We'll just cut this one, cut, paste. Let me do one thing, just design, let me design this only background. Cut this one from images and paste it outside the span. Let's design this background, style this background, where the class name, we will use background color, gradient color. From right, where font will be rubric, and from blue 600 to fuchsia 300, background should be clip to text, so that this background will be applied only for the text, and when text should be a transparent for that one. And here also we should, so that this from images for free should be displayed in next line, so I will use break, line break here also from br, so that it will display next line with the help of this tag. And we'll give class name for this one also as same as this. We should be hidden in above medium screens. Let's come for our browser. As you see, our left side has been designed where we have got a gradient for the background and everything. Now let's come for our VS Code. After the span, after the h1, we will create one paragraph and we'll type this one. In this, for this paragraph, I will style this one. Margin y should be 6, where the text will be custom 15 pixel and text should be white and it should be 90%. Up and let's create another line for this one. Break line, I will give one break line here. For this, I will use this class only, styles only for this break line. Paste it, and here we just type this text. Let's come for our browser. Now it is looking like this with the help of beer break line. The text is displaying in next line. Just come for the VS Code. Let's see. Yes. After this paragraph, we will create one new to upload the file. For this one, we will use input, where the type will be called file to upload the file, and id will be equal to, let's give id name as well, upload 1. The file should accept, it should accept only image of all formats, and it should be hidden, input should be hidden. After that, we create one label. Here let's try this label, class name, inline it should be a flex with a gap of 3, padding x will be 8, padding y will be 3.5, in medium or above it will be, padding will be 6, padding y will be minus, padding y will be 2.5, rounded it will be full, so the button will be rounded full, cursor should be pointer, background we will use gradient color as same this one, just give bg gradient, gradient from right, and I will just copy this from to and paste it here, make it 500. That's it. After that, margin will be auto. When hover, let's change the scale here. When over, the scale should become 105, so that it will be come outside. And transition should apply for all. Transition on. And duration should be 700, which is 7 milliseconds, and text will be white. And we will give HTML here. This is pointing to the HTML for our upload 1, so that this will be referring to our input type. After that, we will create one span called upload image. Let's come for our VS Code. Let's come for our browser. As you see, upload image button is there. If I click on this, it will open our input field file. Let's come for our VS Code. After this one, we will create a right div for that one. After this div, just type right right side and comment this out. And in this div, create one div and style this div where the class name which should be full, and in max width will be large, maximum width will be large. That's it. And we will show some video here. For that we will use video tag, where in this video we will style this video where class name will be rounded 3xl, background will be transparent, along with that we will give autoplay. It should play automatically, and muted, and it should be in loop so that image plays continuously. Here we will give source. Let's import the image. Import video from assets. It is named as new video.mp4, and in source I will refer to this video, and type will be video mp4, or else if there is no video, it will just show this text. Your browser does not support the video tag. Let's come for our browser. Once I refresh, as you see, I am getting my video here in my browser, and our header part is done with this. Just minimize or come for VS Code. Our header part is done. Before closing this one, let's in this input field, let's put the on change method here. On change, when it is clicked, when there is a change in this input field, I will take a event here. And let me create this at last after everything. Let me create this one at last and close this header. After header, now let's create a steps component. Come for steps. In the steps we will just remove these steps, this div, and style this classes. Class name margin 4, when it is above large or above, margin will become 44, and padding y will be 20. And you create an h1 where class name text will be at center. Text will be size of 2xl. When it is medium or above, text will become 3xl. Padding bottom will be 1. In large or above, text will become 4xl. Margin top will be 4. Font semi bold. Background we use gradient. From right we'll use from white to gray 400, and this background should be applied for only for the text. For that one we'll use clip, background clip text, and text will be transparent so that we can see. The heading will be called as steps, steps to remove background, and we'll use BR here and make it image in seconds. After that we'll create one div again. For this one, let's type this div with a class name. This will be a flex column in small screens, and above large or above it will be a flex row with a gap of 6. In medium space we will use space x5, and extra large from margin top will be become 24, and justify all this should be at center. In this we will create one div. Here let's import my assets here. Import assets from my assets folder. Assets and assets. As you see, there is one assets. Inside that I have another assets where I have assets.js, where I have already imported my images, testimonials and data. I'm just importing that one. After that, let's style this div also, where the class name will be flex. Items will be at start with a gap of 4. Background will be white. There will be a border for this div. We will give a drop shadow. Oh no, don't give shadow down. Just give padding 7. With padding 10 will be 10. Padding bottom will be 10, and it is rounded to large. When hover, we will increase the scale to 105, where the transition all with the duration of 500, means 5 milliseconds or 5 milliseconds. And here I will import my image. Import, where source I am getting this from my assets dot upload icon. Alt right will be upload icon, and let me style this one. Class name max width will be 9. After this image, you will create another div inside this one, where I will style this div. No, don't need to style this div. I will create one paragraph called upload image. Let's upload upload. Let's style this paragraph, where text will be large, extra large, font should be medium. After this P, you will create another paragraph here, where I will just put this text inside this paragraph. Let's style this paragraph as well. Class name, text will be small and text will be black, where margin from bottom will be 1. Let's open our browser, refresh. You are not getting, I think we are not imported this one. Let's come for our VS Code steps. Let's come for the home. Let's come for our home. Here just call that component, steps from components, and close this one. Now come for the browser. Once it is done, as you see, our steps first upload has been created with the image, a paragraph and another paragraph, and the gradient for steps to remove background images in seconds. Now let's style other steps as well. Just come for our VS browser, just come for our VS Code. Let's create other steps as well. Just copy this step, paste it other 2 times, save it. Here let us change some text here. Here instead of upload image from assets, we will get remove bg icon, and in first paragraph we will name this as remove background, and instead of this text we'll use text. And in this step, instead of upload icon, we will use download icon. Here we will name this one as download image, and instead of this text we will type this text. Let's change all alt of these images. This one is download icon, and this one will be remove icon. Once it is done, just come for the browser. As you see, our steps has been done with the hover effect with a scale of 104 for everything. Now it is looking good with the images and everything. Now just come for the browser. In this, after this div, like whole div, we'll create one another div, style this div where class name margin, from margin top will be 16 and text will be center, and we will write one paragraph. In this paragraph we will type this text. Let's style this class name, style this paragraph where the class name will be text large and text will be white. Now let's come for the browser. As you see, we are getting our text to specifying your flow and everything. Yeah, by this our steps to remove background images is also done. Steps component is done. Now let's start with big slider. Just come for a VS Code, close this one. Here just open big slide, just give big slide, import that one to the home. Close this one also. In this component we will create one state for slider position. For that one we'll use constant, just name it slider position, and set slider position, and use state it will be, just make it 50%, 50, and use state, import the use state from React. Once it is done, let's come for this div. Just import, just tell this div where the padding bottom will be 10, margin when it is medium padding will be y will be 20, and max margin x will be 2. After that, here we will provide a title. For that one, create a h1 where title will be called as remove background with high. Let's break this line here. High quality and accuracy. Now let's style this h1 class name where margin bottom will be 12 in small screens and above, margin bottom will be 20, text will be at center, and text size will be 2xl. In medium and above, text will be 3xl. Padding bottom will be 1. In large screens and above, text will be 4xl. Font semi-bold with a background gradient color. Use gradient color for background. Gradient from right, which starts from white to gray to gray 400, where this should apply only for the text, so that bg clip text and text should be transparent. Let's come for our browser. Let's scroll down. As you see, from white the gradient is applying from white to gray. Now let's come for VS Code again. After this h1, we will create one div. Let's style this div where the class name, this will be a relative position. The position of this div will be relative. Width will be full, and max width, the maximum width will be 3xl. When it is overflow, let's make it hidden and make margin auto, and round it will be extra large. Here we will provide a background image. For that, just name it background image, so that we will do a slider in this. Just get image where the class name will be become absolute. From top there will be, from top it is 0, and from left it will be 0. It should take width full and height also full, and select none. After that we will give a source. Let me import it. Import this one. Import woman with background from assets, where the file name will be woman bg.jpg jpg, and with, yeah, just add w. Yeah, now it is done. Just come for our browser, refresh this. As this is absolute, we're not able to see anything. Now let's make this. We'll give a style. So we will just style this one by using style, inline style, where we will use clip path, where inset 0, and use this dollar sign and 100.2 with minus slider position. So this will be minus by this, like I'm giving 50, it will be minus by this, and give percentage 0 0, and alt will be image. After that, let's give the foreground image. Let's name it foreground image. Create image, where let me import the source. This will be import woman with out background from assets download.jpg. Assets download.jpg. In image, give source for this one, woman without bg, download download. Yeah, this one is jpeg. Okay. Yeah. Now alt, and we will style this one as well. Style, inline style, where we will use clip path. This one also inset to 0, 0 space 0 space 0, and here we will give slider position and percentage, and the class name be select none. After that, we will design a slider here, where we will give input where the type will be range, and minimum will be 0, and maximum will be 100%, like 100. Value will be set slider position. Let's style this input, where this one will be absolute. From top, it will take half of the image. From left also it will take half, and we will transform it, where we will use translate x by half, and translate y also half. Translate y 1 by 2 half, and it should be taken full with z index of 10. Now let's create one custom slider. Just come for our index.css. Here after body, we will create one slider class, where we will get WebKit appearance. WebKit appearance will be none, and height will be take 100%, it should be 100% with the background transparent. Inside this one we will get one slider. Here we will get web kit slider thumb. We want to change the thumb appearance, where appearance should be none. Now let's come for the browser. Yeah, as you see, our two image, one is background image, another one is foreground image, and we're getting the range as well with a width full. Let's style this again so that we can make it slidable. Just come for VS Code, come for big slide component. Here in this class we will call the slider. Once it is done, just come for the browser. As you see, our slider is gone, so that appearance of thumb is everything is gone, and now it is looking good. Now let's give the functionality for this one. Just come for the VS Code again. Here we will create one functionality, constant handle slider change for the input, as it is input, where we will get a event and we will set the slider position with the value e dot target dot value, and copy this one and come for this input. In this slide, just give on change. When change, if anything is changed, we will just call this handle slider change. Now just come for our browser and just check. Just as you see, our background image is removed and slider is removed. Just come for our VS Code and index.css. Here we have to give the width which is like be 20 pixel, and height will be same as give like 30 pixel, and background position will be at center. Save this file. After saving, just come for the browser. Once refresh the page. Yeah, once refreshed, we got our height and width by applying this one. It is in center. Now just check. Yeah, as you see, our slider is working fine. It is looking good. Our slider is working fine. Now just if I refresh the page again, it will be correctly divided into middle 50%, as in our slider position state. It will reset our slider position state 50. Yeah, it is looking good. By this our big slider component is completed. Just close this one. Big slider component is completed. Close this one, and now let's style our testimonials. Come for testimonials. Here I don't want this one. I will just import my testimonials data, which is in my assets and assets.js data. Just I will copy it, come for testimonials, paste it, and from assets. In this, just delete this one. In return, I will create one heading h1, where in h1 we will give a heading called customer testimonials. We will style this h1 where the class name will be text. First of all, text will be center. Text will be center with a text size of 2xl. When it is in median above, text size will become 3xl. When it is large and above, text will become 5xl in size. And from margin top, it will be 4. Font will be semi bold, and we will use background color gradient from right, which will start from blue 900 to red 400. It will apply for our background clip text, and text should be transparent. Let's come for our browser. Before coming for browser, just come for our home.jsx. Here call the testimonial component. Testimonial imported successful. Now just come for the browser. Come down, as you see, our customer testimonials is coming here. Now let's Come for the VS Code, come for testimonial.jsx. Here after the h1 we'll create one div. Let's tell this one class name. This will be a grid where the grid columns will be 1, and in medium and above grid columns will be 2 with a gap of 10. Max width will be 4 XL and max auto, and padding X will be 4, padding Y will be 8. And we will use a map function. As the testimonial data is an array, I will use map function where testimonial data dot map where I will get a item and a index. Let's try this one. Let's create one div. Close this div. In this div we will create a key index. We will provide this one index and give a class name where the background will be white. It will be rounded, extra large, padding will be 6. We will use drop shadow here, will be large, max width will be large, margin will be auto. When hover, make scale size to 105, and transition to all, put transition to all, and duration will be 700 milliseconds. After that we will create a paragraph inside this div where we will put this symbol here, small symbol here. After that in this paragraph we will give text size. Text will be 4 XL and text will be in black in color. And we create another paragraph where we will get item dot text. Along with that, let's try this one also. Class name, text will be small and text will be black in color. After this paragraph we will create one div. Close this div. Here in class name we want width of 9 and this will be rounded full. And we'll create a class name for this div where it will be flex. Items will be at center with a gap of 3 between the items, and from margin top it will be 5. In this inside this div we will create one image where the source of the image will be item dot image or image. After this paragraph we will create one div. Here we will give a paragraph called item author, and in P we will provide item dot job title. Let's try this one. The class name will be text will be small, text small, text will be small, and text gray will be 600. By this our testimonial is completed. Let's come for our browser and check. Just come down, refresh the page once. Let's come for browser. Let's come for browser, and here not getting my testimonials. Just come for VS Code and check for any error. Yeah, and just I use the curly braces instead of parentheses. Just use this one. Yeah. Browser, once refresh the page. The browser is refreshed, and just come down. Yeah, as you see, our testimonials or components are coming successfully, and hover effect is also working. Till now we have done a header, steps component, big title component, and testimonial components. Just minimize or come for VS Code by this our testimonial components is done. After that, now let's create a upload.jsx components. Just come for upload.jsx. Here I don't want this one. In upload, just remove this one. Style this class name where we will give padding. Bottom will be 16 from bottom, and here we will give a title. I will use h1. For this h1, just copy it. Come for testimonials. Just copy this class style and come for upload and just paste it in h1 class name. Paste it. Now it is done. Inside the h1, just type see the magic dot try now. After that, after h1, we create one div. Create one class name for this div where the text will be center, and from margin bottom it will be 24. And here we will create one input field. Let's make it self-close, where the type will be file and ID will be upload to. This will be upload to, and this should accept only image of all types. After that, let's create a label for this input. After creating the label, let's style this label. This will be inline flex with a gap of 3. Padding x will be 8 with a padding y will be 3.5. When it is in medium or above, padding x will be 6. Padding y will be 2.5. And rounded full. Cursor will be pointer. We'll use gradient color, bg gradient. From right, from blue 600 to fuchsia 500. Margin will be auto. When hover, increase the scale by 105, and transition all, and duration, and give duration of 7 milliseconds, and text will be white. Text will be white. Just use class name. Remove this. Yeah. Now HTML for, give HTML for upload to. And inside this label, we will create one paragraph. Let's just name it. We'll just name it upload image. Come for browser, refresh the page. It is working. Why this one is not taking? Let me check. You wanna check that try, but it is not taking. Let me check. Tree. Save. Once it is saved, just come for browser, refresh. It is not in. Let me check once again. The reason why it is not, like if I open this, it is opening. The reason why it is not showing, why it is showing is, just come for the VS Code. Here, just in input, just make it hidden. After that, come for browser. Yeah, as you see, now it is working. If I click on this upload image, the file, input file will be open. By this we have completed our header, navbar, steps, big slider component, testimonials, and a upload component. Now let's create a footer. Let's come for VS Code. Close this one, close this one. Let's come for footer, footer, yeah. Don't want this one. Remove this one from div. Style this div, where class name, it will be flex. Items will be center. Justify between them, between the items, with a gap of 4 on each item, with a padding of 4x and margin. Bottom will be 4. Let's import our logo. Import logo from assets, logo christmas.png, and we will also import our assets from assets and assets.js. In this div we will create image tag with a source file with source logo, and art will be also a logo, and the class name width will be 40. After this we will create a paragraph where we will give a class name. This will be a flex1 with a border left, and border will be gray 400, and padding left will be 4 with a text small, and text will be white, max small, it will be hidden. This will be hidden is small. Let's try hidden. We just type here all rights reserved. And just make it unified mentor. Just give it .com. Yeah, now it is looking fine. After the paragraph we will create another div with the class name, where this will be a flex with a gap of 1, and this is a image tag with source coming from assets dot Google Plus icon. I remember, but it is a LinkedIn icon. When I'm saving, I just named it as Google Plus icon. After that we will give a width will be 40 of this, and art will be LinkedIn with a class name select none, so it won't be selected. Let's come for our home. Come for our app.jsx. After routes we will just call footer here, footer component here. Just come for our browser, refresh the page once, come down. As you see, our footer is coming successfully. You are not able to select this one. By this our home page is completed. We have navbar, remove background, header, steps, big slider, testimonials, footer, and upload to number 2. Now let's create the result page. Again come for VS Code, close this one also. Before creating a result page, let us write some functions for our header for upload functionality. Before creating any functionality, just come for app.context, create one function so that we hit our remove background API. Come for app context, Here we will create one function for remove pg, nothing but background. This will be a sync arrow function where we will get the image. Here we should store the image. For that one we will create a state. After let me create itself constant image set image use state, it will be false. And we want another state. Let me import this one from React. We want another state for result of the, to save the result of the image. For that one just give result image set result image, and this one also the state will be false. After that one just come for our remove bg function, remove background function. Here we will use try catch block. Before creating that, let me import the toast. Import toast from our React Toastify, and now come for the catch. Here I will console the error small, and I will give the toast error when we got error toast dot error. We are getting this from data dot mess. Let me before I will console the error. In try block we will set the image to image by giving the image. After that I will set the result image to false. After we will navigate. Before navigating, let's import the navigation. Use navigate hook, constant navigate, use navigate function. Let's import this one. Import use navigate from our React router DOM. Navigate. Once the image is set, after that, and we will become result, so that result image will become false, and we will navigate to our result page. Now as we want to send the image in the form data, we will create a form data here, constant form data, and create a new form data where if image, and we will append the image. We will get the image. If the image is true, we will append that one, form data append for our image, for our middleware, by giving the image. Now let's create a constant. I will restructure the data from response, and I will wait axios.post, and we will hit this API. This will be API images. Let me check Axios. Let's import this Axios also from Axios. Once we hit this form data, hit this API by giving the form data to our backend, we want to give the token as well. For that one, I will just show the example here. Headers, and this is coming from providing it token. I have created here my handle register and login functionality so that I can get a token for that one. Now in this remove.background, I will just get my token with above that constant token cookies.get token. My error is gone from our barrier token. These two should be created by yourself. This is a challenge for you guys. After that, I create content type where this will be a multi-part. It should go in multi-part form, so it accept in multi-part form data. We use this is the content type. If let's check if data or data is success. If it is success, if our request is success, we will set result image data dot result image. We will set that one. Else if it is not, else we will toast, we will send a error toast with data dot message. Here also you can give one toast error, toast dot error, make it data dot message. Oh, not data error, sir. Error dot message. Or remove page is done. I will just send this as a value, remove background, and along with that I will send tokens as well. Send user token, put comma here, and we will send login functionality, register, handle register functionality, duplicate the login. Yeah, okay. Now it is okay. Duplicate, okay. After send new token, we will send token, and along with that we will send user data, and we will send result image also. Along with result image I will send image, and we will send set image also, and we will send a result image, so that this all this functionality or states will be available for our component. By this we can reduce the prop drilling. By this our app context is completed, and our remove bg functionality is also done. Let's close this one, close this one also. After that let's come for our header component. In header let's get that remove bg functionality, constant remove bg from use context, and in that app, let me open this once again, come again. Now it is giving me suggestion, app context, close this one. Here in input type I will just give on change, just call on change with a event where I will call remove bg function by giving the image to that with help of event target files with array of 0, where it will give the first file. By this our header part is completed. Again come for this upload.jsx, come for upload.jsx. Here also we should do the same thing. In upload, just create one constant remove bg, where we get this from our use context from React, and app context from a context. And in this input field we will just change on change, call on change functionality, where we'll get the event, and we will give the image to this functionality, remove bg functionality, where it will find in our files with first file. With our files we will just give first file to our remove.bg, and it will be processed in our app context. By this header upload functionality have been completed. Just close this one. By this we have created, we have done with our components, everything, big site, footer, header, navbar, steps, testimonial, upload. Now let's come for pages. Let's create a pages here. Come for result.jsx. Here let's restructure from our use context, constant we want image and result image. From our use context, put and app We open this app context. IMA. Let's check. We have sending image and result image. Yeah. Now in the return, remove this one. Just style this div with a class name. mx margin x will be 4, margin y will be 3. When it is in large, margin x will be 44 and minimum height screen will be 75 ph viewport height. And by this we will create one div where we have class name with the background white, or it is rounded large, so there will be curves with the padding x8, padding y6, and we will drop shadow small, so that there will be a small kind of shadow. Let's create our image container here. Image container, comment this out. Here create one div where the class name, this will be a flex. It is in flex column in small screens, and above small screens this should be a grid with a grid columns 2 with a gap of 8. Okay, let me here. After this div, we will create another div. Inside this div, we will create a paragraph with a class name. Font will be semi-bold. Text will be gray. 600, and margin bottom will be 2. And we will name this PS original, so that original image, uploaded image will be seen here. And we will use image here, image tag here, where source file will comes from our image, and URL dot, we will just create objective, so it will create the URL for the image, and if there is nothing is there, we will just leave this as empty, or make it image. And let's style this image tag. Class name, it is rounded medium with a border. After this div, we will create another div to show the result of the image. Here there will be a class name with a flex. This is also flex column, where we have p, where we call this background removed. In this paragraph, you give a class name, font semi-bold, and text will be gray. 600 with margin bottom there will be 2. And we will create one div here. For this div, let's style this div with a class name. This div will be rounded medium, and there will be a border around this, and border will be in gray color, gray 300. Height should be take a full of the parent, and this is relative. Now come for result.jsx. Background layer. Next, if there is any overflow, make it hidden, we don't want to see. And we'll check image source, so that image should come. We'll check if, let's close this one, check if result image is true, we will show the result image, or else we will show empty, nothing, or just make it result image. And we will check so that the loading state should become for this one. Whenever the image is processing, we should not show any empty, we will show that loading state, like loading design circle, just create here. If there is no result, when there is no result image, and image, when there is no image, and we will create one div, style this div, where the class name will be absolute, with the right, from right it will take off, means center, and from bottom it will take off from bottom also, so it will play in, it will be in center. Transform, where I will translate my x-axis with off, and I translate my y-axis in up, so that this should be positioned in center, this div. And inside this div we will create one class name like border with 4. The border color should be, let's make it blue. 600, and it is rounded full. Height will be 12. We are giving the height and width same as 12. And border T will be transparent, and we will animate this as spin, so that this div will animate as a spin, so that spinner will come here. After this div, here we will give a button. If result image, we will show the button. If result image is true, if we got image, we will show this div, means we will show this button. Let's style this div with a class name flex, justify at center. When it is in small screen, it will justify at end. Item should be at center. This will be flex wrapped, so that it will be wrapping. Gap will be 4 with margin top 6. Inside this div, we will give an anchor tag, anchor ref. Here we will just give download image, and in href we will refer to the result image. We'll just name, will give you attribute download, where the class name will be styled as px. We will style this anchor tag as, where the padding will be 8, padding y will be 2.5, text will be white, and text will be small as well. Background gradient gradient from right, it start from blue 600 to fuchsia 500. This will be rounded full, and whenever you hover on this anchor tag, the scale size will become 105 from every side, and transition, we apply transition for everything, so there will be smoothness, and duration will be 7 milliseconds. Let's come for our browser. Let's go for the result page. As you see, we don't have any image, it is showing this one. Like this, our result page is done. Let's go for that result page. Yeah, we are done. We are getting this one image. There is no image, that's why it is showing this one. Let's come for our home. Come for browser. Refresh the page once again, and let me upload the image. If I upload this image and click on open, yeah, after successful hitting the API or backend API, the background has been removed. Let me download this image. If I click on download image, and let me open this one, yeah, our background has been successfully removed. Close this one, just go for home. Let me upload another image. Just click on upload image. I will choose any other image. Let me choose this one. Click on open. Let me see. Yeah, as you see, our background remove application is working successfully. Even I can download it one like this. As you see, there is background is removed successfully from this image also. And come for home. By this, we have completed our remove background application with a header, steps, slider, testimonials, and footer, and upload. And here also we can upload the image, same like upload one. I left you guys this one login page and register page. Just create that page. Without that one, you are not able to hit the backend because it is asking the user ID in backend. Like it will throw the error if there is no user ID in backend. So you should create the login and register functionality and a page. That one I left for you guys. You should create that one. If that is not done right, you are not able to remove the background of the images. Let me check the responsive of this as well. Let's check. This is in iPhone SE. This is how it will looks in iPhone SE. Yes, everything is responsive. As you see, let me just shrink this one. Shrink it. Yeah. As you see, this is a fully responsive website. Even if this works as well. Upload everything. Please create this register and login pages.